Good evening, prayer warriors. Each and every one of you is a prayer warrior, whether you believe it or not. My name is Nicodemus Awuol Lim. For those of you who know a little bit about geography, I'm from South Sudan, a province called Jonglei. And for those of you who have been praying for Sudan, I'm one of the citizens of that country. Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? What does whom mean to you? To me, whom means love. Whom means security. Whom means humanity. This evening, I will take you on a journey that, if I'm asked to take it again today, I will pray over time not to do it again. In 1987, I was taken away. I was forced to leave home. I was forced to leave love. I was forced to leave security and deprived of all those and exposed to hunger, exposed to thirst, exposed to basically die. And in the midst of all those, God's love, Christ, was with me and my fellow Sudanese that were impacted. One good thing that happened that year, my family came to know God. Whether that was planned by God, I don't know. They came to know God, and I was separated from them by the Sudan civil war. Never had an opportunity to say goodbye to my mother, never said goodbye to my father. But since they are with the Lord, I hope one day I will see them. Trouble, hardship, persecution cannot separate us from the love of Christ, from the love of God. It will never, nothing will never. If you ask me now, how old are you? If I tell you a number, I'm lying, because I just don't know. And that means a lot. When I was separated with about 17,000 children, it was God who helped us cross the desert, protected us from lions, wild animals, thirst, and hunger. We survived on wild leaves. We ate mud so we could keep going. And God's invisible hand was always there. And you were praying for people that you don't even know. You are praying for protection for people that are in Syria, people that are suffering in the Middle East, in Africa and other places. That's why I call you prayer warriors. With God's protection, we made it to Ethiopia. Stayed there for 4 years. And because war is everywhere, we had to be taken away, basically forced out of that place again, back to Sudan. And we could not, again, stay there since we were bombed, so we had to run across the country to Kenya. We lost a lot of kids on the way. And I believe most of them were Christian by then, so they are with the Lord. From the refugee camp to the U.S. was God who turned on green light for us to come to this great country. And we call it home now. Refugees call it home. Because when the plane passes over you, they don't drop anything. If you see someone on the street that doesn't look like you, basically will say hi to you. We don't feel strangers. We found home in the churches that we go to. Could that be God's plan? I don't know. Today is Pentecost Sunday. The Holy Spirit came back to show us that we are still connected to God, we are still connected to Jesus, and you could speak your different languages and still understand each other because we are from that big family, the family of the Lord. So today, when you leave this place, make sure hardship, trouble, persecution, and anything that could come from the devil doesn't separate you from the love of God. And thank you so much for praying. You are prayer warriors that are keeping people alive. Anything that is happening in the world today might be the sign of Lord coming back. We don't know. But what you are doing is keeping your brothers, your sisters safe wherever they are. And I just want to say a quick thing that I learned from today. Our pastors, Reverend Laura Matthews and Father Colin, were members of this church. And I just want to say, you raise leaders. They are the light out there, and they are a blessing to St. Luke, the church that we call home to us. Thank you so much.